Communication. It is the primordial tool of human civilization around the world. It is the vital point of human advancements throughout the people in its variety of places history. Even though without a proper language, we human beings will always find a way to communicate to other people. In every part of the globe, communication is happening. Every second, every minute, and every hour, intentionally and unintentionally, formally or informally. People do communicate continuously and constantly. Everyone is always connected and attached to one another through communication. The only time that communication and the interaction of the human beings stops is when humanity's existence vanishes without leaving any trace in this world. Life started as a simple cry. With a simple thought, humanity started communicating with a simple cry, and during those times, humanity communicates with the use of sounds around us. Millennium after millennium, humanity discovered a new way to communicate through languages that they made in order to have a basic order in their lives. Livelihood improved, technology became more reliable as ever, and lastly, society was established. As the team wandered all over Cebu City, the production discovered various professionals with various strategies on how they communicate to others. One of them is Mr. Mark Lester Marquito, a professional licensed civil engineer showing his strategy and idea on global communication through his profession.
Well, I have to communicate because teamwork requires communication, and in the construction, if you don't communicate well, there might be a lot of damages because every aspect of the job is must be accurate. The measurement, the plan must be executed well. So if as an engineer you're not communicating well, everything will be blamed on you. So it's a big responsibility.
So that is how you communicate with people via formality
Yes, through the plans and through the authority that the company given in me to.
John Manganar, on the other hand, is a BPO manager in Teleperformance Cebu. He also shared his thoughts and insights about communication.
It's a contact center when we serve different clients. So for example, in Northern America, in our program, we serve one of the biggest banks in the U.S. So we act as a vendor. So it's like a third party. We, service their customers. So we act like as the employees, but we are working differently, separately as a vendor.
So this is banking, sir?
Yeah, banking.
So, sir, as a manager, sir, so what do you do to communicate as your service sa iyong clients?
Two things. It's really important to run. There are different types of communication. So one, verbal. So you have different types of meetings or verbal communication, like meetings through conference or over the phone. At the same time, we also have emails. So we write a letter or email to our clients. At the same time, we respond to their emails.
So those were the tools, sir?
Yeah, these are the tools that we use for communicating with our clients.
So I have another follow-up question, sir. So nandun yung concept, international na sir?
Yes, it is international.
Sa iyong customers?
Those two things that I mentioned earlier, my customers are my direct reports, like my supervisors, my specialists. They're my customers. I communicate to them through email or like verbally through meetings or conferences. But I also have customers like the clients. So I communicate the same thing, but majority of our specialists or our agents communicate through voice. That's over the phone. So customers are calling our hotline. So they dial a number and then our specialists respond to their questions or inquiries.
So, so as a manager, sir, from your BPO company, sir, what are the advantages in dealing with people, with your customers, sir?
When you say dealing with people, like the customers, advantages, one, we get to know a lot of personalities. So, for example, you'll be talking to a nice person in one call. The next call you might be talking to a very difficult call. Yeah. So, one advantage would be, you can look at it in two ways. It will test your patience because, in our environment, we're emotional. As human as we are, they keep our cool. There might be some instances that, our customers test our patience. So that's one. Second, I also get to know a lot of people. So aside from testing your patience, you also get to know a lot of people. Because in dealing with people, you also deal with people. So those two things.
Yeah. What are your opinions as a manager in communicating with your customers?
Communication is very important. And I guess in any type of relationship, for example, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband and wife, or classmates or teachers, communication is very important. If you don't have good communication, it will break. So communication is very important. It's vital to our relationship, and especially with dealing with other people.
Communication is the key to a brighter future, even if others tend to not talk to other people in the globe. Individuals are still communicating and interacting to other individuals, for it is the way to know that everyone is alive and well. Technology within these past few years has been on the race to satisfy society. A variety of professionals, employees, students, and unemployed individuals in the industries are taking on their own side on the current status of globalization. Globalization against society is inevitable and constant as the years go by around the community. Several factors from the individual's effects as such of them interacting with one another, having different classifications and levels of the society. The product of globalization will not happen and meet without the essence and presence of communication. Countries, races, religions, beliefs, ideas, and minds from the individuals will not understand each other without the use of this. Communication is indeed the best tool to use in keeping the world flow constantly.